Good morning. Well, I need to put a little more water in here for my Pixie machine. You know, there are all sorts of websites for coffee online. And you know that I like Nespresso coffee. And one of the things that's been kind of fun for me about Nespresso is that they've got websites for different countries. And let me get this, there we go. Okay, just putting the water tank back on my Pixie here. And I'll turn it on so it can start heating the water up. So this morning, I was looking at the Nespresso website for New Zealand. And forgive me, you Kiwis, but I'm going to call your accent cute. I enjoy that New Zealand accent. You know, several years ago, one of my daughters was living in New Zealand for a couple of years, and I flew over there to visit her. It's heated up. When it makes that funny noise, at least mine makes a funny noise when the water's heated. Anyhow, on the flight over, I had trouble understanding what the, what do you call them? You don't call them stewardesses anymore. You know, the men and women, the attendants, is that what you call them? Oh, dear me. Anyhow, you know, the air hosts and hostesses. I can't think of the name. I had trouble understanding their accent, even though they were speaking English. And I had to listen. Oh, it took me several hours. And then I kind of caught on to the accent. And I understood, and I think it's cute sounding. So I listened to this recipe for cappuccino this morning, for a homemade cappuccino on the New Zealand Nespresso site. Oh, and let me say, Kevin, Happy New Year. And there are other people watching, but it doesn't always show me your names. And sometimes it doesn't show me until later that someone was watching. So if I seem to ignore you, that's why. Or if I'm too far away from the phone, I just can't read it when it displays on the screen. Well, anyhow, so I'm listening to this, you know, cute New Zealand accent, cute guy giving a recipe, and it's for cappuccino that you can make at home. And a good cappuccino is 1/3 espresso, 1/3 milk, 1/3 froth. Oh, Happy New Year, Laura. I see your name now. And I thought, well, you know, an espresso is 1.35 ounces. So that's not very much. Here, I've got a little measuring thing here. So 1.35 ounces is maybe that much. So if you multiplied that by 3, you're getting like less than 4 ounces, or, you know, around 4 ounces. Here's 4 ounces. That's not very much. So I thought, I'm going to double up on this. And let's see. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to get, let's see here. I've got my drawer full of original line capsules. I think I'll take this morning I'm going to use 2 of the same. This is Inspirazione Roma, Rome, like Rome, Italy. Okay, and I've got my chart here. Got my chart of of caffeine content. Here we go, Roma, intensity of 8, 73 milligrams of caffeine. So that'll be good. That'll give me, when I use these 2 capsules, that will give me approximately the amount that would be in a cup of American coffee, like 8 ounces of, you know, coffee you'd get maybe at a restaurant or something like that. So I'm going to pull 2 of these, okay? Oh, and Kevin says, did you ever try the Napoli? The Napoli is my favorite one, Kevin, but I put it in with a bunch of milk, frothed milk. Oh, it's delicious that way. Okay, so 2 Romas, so that'll give me 2.7 ounces, so almost 3 ounces. So I'll want 3 ounces of milk and 3 ounces of froth. So let me go ahead and get a mug that this is going, here we go. This is a 10-ounce double wall glass mug. I keep it with a plastic spoon in it. And, okay, let me get the milk frothing. Oh, I hope I've got enough. Oh, sorry, here I am. So you don't have to look at the dirty dishes in my sink. Okay, what should I do? I'll start the milk frothing, and then I'll go ahead and pull the coffee. Now, I don't know how much this is going to make. Well, when I've done this before, about 3.5 or 4 ounces has made 8 ounces of froth. So, okay, it's a lot of figuring out going on here before I've had my coffee, right? Okay, so let me pull the 2 capsules of Roma. Okay, so in goes 1. And yeah, it's okay to leave the spoon in because it's, you know, it's not that hot. I mean, it's not like boiling, say, and you could probably put the spoon in boiling water. Okay, so there's 1, and there's a second one. Okay, so this is gonna be like 2.7 ounces, almost 3 ounces, okay? So if that's 1/3, okay, we'll let that finish going. Okay, so now my milk is still frothing. When it starts to blink, it'll be done. Should be any second here because it's rising up inside here, so that means it's frothing. Come on, come on. I'm using oat milk this morning, 45-calorie oat milk, which has 0.5 grams of fat and 8 grams of carbohydrates and 1 gram of protein. Okay, so now comes the measuring. All right, so first, oh, can I do, okay. You know, have you seen them do this? Oh, I'll use a little cheese slicer here. Have you seen them do this in the coffee shops? Oh, I'm just, all right, let me lower my phone down so that maybe you can see this better. Okay, so what they do is they, you know, put something up here to keep the foam in. So I want, oh, foam, stay in. And you just pour out the liquid. So I want almost 3 ounces of liquid. I got a little foam in there. Oh, oat milk, yummy. Okay, so there's that. And then it says to top it off with like 3 ounces of foam. Okay, well, I'll just kind of eyeball it. It's definitely really pretty, isn't it? Okay, so that's probably about it. You know, and keep in mind that the longer the foam sits there, it's going to start turning back into liquid milk, and it, you know, you won't be left with very much foam at all. But there we go. So this is a, I guess you'd call it a double espresso. Well, it's a cappuccino, okay? Because it's made with the steamed frothed milk. Well, the milk isn't really steamed, is it? It's just frothed. But you can make a cappuccino with frothed milk if you don't have a steamer wand, which I don't. Oh, now this is pretty strong. Oh, the oat milk smooths it out though, but it's got a flavor that to me says, wake up, it's the new year. Oh, this is very good. So, all right, I have been listening to, let me turn this off. I've been listening to that Short History of Coffee book as an audio book. Let me tell you. Oh, good morning, Josh, and Happy New Year. Josh is in Melbourne, Australia. So he celebrated the New Year way before most of us. Well, anyway, so the Short History of Coffee by Graham Carr, and the last few hours that I've been listening to have been like all this political intrigue and economic stuff with governments and closing coffee houses and opening them and closing them, and people going there like to get their mail, because apparently in Europe at one point so many people gathered at coffee houses that mail would be delivered to coffee houses, and how, you know, coffee eventually became more popular to drink at home. Possibly because women wanted their husbands home more, I don't know. It was suggested in the book. You know, and this is all happening in the 16, 17, 1800s. Coffee houses were places to gather, much like they are today, although back then, you know, there were fewer printed books and newspapers weren't as readily available, and people would spend more time interacting with one another face to face and discussing things, understanding that if they did it in a coffee house, for example, carried on business at a coffee house, that the people carrying on the business would remember what they had agreed to, whereas when they carried it on in a bar or tavern or something, no telling. Oh, yummy. This is good. Now, it is strong. If you don't like intense coffees, you're probably not going to like this. But remember, one, if you put milk in it, it'll smooth it out. Two, if you put syrup in it or spices, it can really alter the flavor. Oh, what would be good in this? You know, lately, I've been enjoying this cinnamon dolce. I think I'll try that. Now, again, I've got to say, another thing that always makes a cup of coffee nice, especially an intense cup, is to have something sweet with it. Something sweet to eat. I don't have anything sweet to eat here. So I'm putting the syrup in. That's still pretty good. You know what? Oh dear. I wish I hadn't put the sweet stuff in. I can't believe I'm saying that. I love sweet stuff, but this actually had a flavor with more character before I put in the sweet syrup. I might need to brew another capsule to strengthen this back up. I'll have to think about that. So what do you think? Do you all like your coffee sweet, or do you like it powerful, or do you like it mild without sweetener? I'd be interested to hear. Everybody's taste is so different. Oh my goodness. So it's like 8:33 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States, and Josh is saying that in Melbourne, Australia, it's 12:33 a.m. That's like 12:33 a.m. tomorrow to us here in the United States. Wait, or is that yesterday? Oh my gosh, okay. Today, January 1st. Okay, Josh, is it January 2nd where you are? I think that's how it works, that you get the day before we get it here. Oh my, this kind of stuff already confuses me. Are you still there, Josh, or have you gone to bed? Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. In Melbourne, Australia, it's after midnight, January 2nd. Here on the East Coast of the United States, it is the morning of January 1st. Early in the morning, like 8:30 in the morning. Is that right? I'm pretty sure it is. Well, anyway, I'm just babbling on here, but the whole point of this is make yourself a nice cappuccino using, if you just have a milk frother, you can do it. 1/3 espresso or coffee, 1/3 warm or hot milk, 1/3 froth. And enjoy your day. Happy New Year. God bless you. Make good choices.